Hello everyone. So in this lecture I am going to discuss some applications of generating functions in which we'll see how some advanced counting problems get solved with the help of generating functions. Okay, so let us begin with some applications of, we can say that, generating function. Applications of generating function. Okay. So remember guys, yes, we'll see varieties of problems, we'll see. Okay. So write down first problem. Let's say one question is given to you. Let's say some generating function g of x is 1 upon x minus 3. So guaranteed this generating function is corresponding to any sequence, isn't it? Now my question is what is the coefficient of x raised to power 12, yes, in the corresponding sequence, isn't it? Meaning is what? You only tell me. Let's say this one is generating function. So here generating function means we can say that one series, power series is written for any sequence. So you only tell me in that particular sequence A12 is multiplied with x power 12. Yes or no? So whatever be the coefficient of x power 12, that is A12, that is the required answer. But that means what? We can say that yes, we need to find out the sequence. If we find out the sequence, then we'll see, yes, whatever be the 812, that will be the correct answer. Okay. So means we need to find out, we can say that in the solution, yes, we can say that we have to find, let's say 812, isn't it? So you only tell me generating function is given to you, that is 1 upon x minus 3. So it can be written like that, minus 1 upon 3 minus x, and this can be written like that, yes, yes, upon 1 minus 1 by 3 of x. Yes or no? So why I wrote like that? Yes, you will get to know right now only. Yes, we know, yes, some standard generating function is like that, 1 minus x raised to power 5, 1 upon 1 minus x raised to power 5. Yes or no? Isn't it? So I'm going to try, yes, to make in that particular standard generating function. Yes, I, yes, changed this one in this format or not. Yes, here we can say that x is multiplied with 1 by 3, so that can be managed. Yes or no? So you only tell me, yes, if this one is the sequence, you only tell me, if this one is the sequence, you only tell me, let's say this is the sequence, 1 upon 1 minus x, yes or no? 1 upon 1 minus x, isn't it? So you know, yes, this is the generating function for which series, which sequence, 1 1 1 1 1, yes or no? Here, so we can say that AR is what? 1 only. Yes or no? Whether R is 0 or anything, isn't it? Now this sequence AR will be multiplied with what? We can say that one constant will be multiplied with that. Yes or no? So we can say that in that AR, yes, minus 1 by 3 will be multiplied. Yes, also x is multiplied with 1 by 3, so that is 1 by 3 raised to power r and AR. And what is AR? AR we can say that that is 1. Yes or no? So here we can write 1 into 1. So that will be the required sequence or no? Yes or no? Isn't it? That will be the required sequence. Yes, also if you want to, yes, we can say that, yes, if you want to, yes, see the, yes, how this sequence is related to this generating function. So I applied some properties, and if without properties you want to see, then you can observe. Yes, you can verify easily. Yes, this AR is written, write down the sequence and multiply with, yes, powers of x, then the sum will be the, yes, this generating function. Yes or no? Yes, in reverse manner also you can check. Now this is the sequence. Now we need to find out 812. What will be the 812? Put the r value equals to 12. Then this is going to be minus 1 upon 3 raised to power r plus 1. So we can say that minus 1 upon 3 raised to power 13, that will be the correct answer. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. That means whenever coefficient is to be find out, then we can say that yes, we need to find out the sequence, and in that sequence we will put the yes corresponding R value, that will be the coefficient of any required, we can say that variable, isn't it? Okay. So write down next question. Let us take next question. Let's say this is the given question. If generating function is given to you, that is 1 upon x square minus 5x plus 6, then my question is, then find the coefficient, then find the coefficient of x raised to power 12 in the corresponding sequence, in the corresponding sequence, isn't it? That is the question. Okay. Now you only tell me, yes, this generating function is given to you. Yes, now you only tell me, can we write this generating function in this format or not? 1 upon, let's say, what will be the factors? Yes, x square minus 5x plus 6. So we can say that factors will be x minus 2 as well as x minus 3. Yes or no? Yes or no? Isn't it? Now apply partial fractions, and after applying partial fraction, this can be written like this or not? Yes, we can write it like that. Yes, I think you know about the partial fractions. Yes, you used to, yes, we can say that familiar with partial fractions, that is applied in integration. Yes or no? Okay. So with the help of partial fractions, this we can say that whatever be the multiplication terms in denominator, this can be written in the summation. That is the partial fraction. Okay. So after applying partial fraction, yes, it is comes out to be, we can say that minus 1 upon x minus 2, then we can say that plus 1 upon x minus 3, isn't it? Okay. Now this can be written like this or not? 1 upon 2 minus x. Yes, minus 1 upon 3 minus x. Now this can be written like that or not? 1 upon 2, take 2 as a common. This becomes 1 upon 2 into 1 minus 1 by 2 into x. Then we can say that minus this becomes yes 3 into 1 minus 1 by 3x. Yes, we converted this one in this format. Why? Because this form is known to us. Yes or no? Yes, we seen, yes, one generating function that was like that. Yes, we can say that this is standard generating function 1 upon 1 minus x corresponding to the sequence 1 1 1. Yes or no? Now this sequence will be multiplied with, yes, x is multiplied with 1 by 3, so we can apply the properties. So whole sequence will be multiplied with, we can say that 1 by 3 raised to power r, and this constant will be as it is or not? Yes, so we can write down, yes, the ar will be what? Yes, we can say that, you only tell me. Yes, this can be written like that, 1 by 2 as it is, then it is 1 by 2 raised to power r multiplied with 1. Yes or no? 1 means everything will be this only. Yes or no? No need to write the 1. And minus, we can say that this one becomes 1 upon 3 into 1 by 3 raised to power r or not? Yes. This becomes this one. So we can say that ultimately this is going to be 1 upon 2 raised to power r plus 1 minus, we can say that 1 upon 3 raised to power r plus 1, isn't it? So that will be the, yes, we can say that that will be the, yes, required sequence. That means whatever be the generating function is given to you, this is the required sequence. Yes or no? That is the required sequence. Now we need to find out the coefficient of x power 12. So A12 will be the coefficient of x power 12. So put r value equals to 12. And this is going to be 1 upon 2 raised to power 13 minus 1 upon 3 raised to power 13. That is your required answer. Yes or no? So guys, so yes, these are the ways. If you guys going to practice these type of questions, then it will be very easy. Nothing else. Okay. So write down next question. Let us take next question. Question number 3. If let's say ax is given to you, that is, we can say that 1 upon x power 2 minus 4x plus 4. Then the question is, then find the coefficient of x raised to power 5 in the corresponding sequence. Isn't it? So that is the next question. So we can do this one like that. Let's say what will be the answer. So we can say that ax will be what? Ax is 1 upon x minus 2 into x minus 2. These will be the factors. Yes or no? Now remember, if these are the means, we can say that both factors are same. So this one can be written like this or not. Now we will convert this one like that or not. Take 2 as a common, so it becomes 4. Then it is 1 minus 1 by 2 x raised to power 2. Isn't it? Here we can say that, yes, we can say that some standard format is what? We can say that 1 upon 1 minus x raised to power n. We know that is the standard format we seen in the table in previous lectures. Yes or no? Isn't it? So we can say that, so we will try to convert in this format, isn't it? So that is the known formats. Now you only tell me, yes, what is the sequence corresponding to this one? Yes, you know that is n minus 1 plus rcr. Yes or no? That is the corresponding sequence. If this is the sequence, then what will be the sequence for this one? So apply the properties, and after applying the properties, we can say that after applying the properties, this becomes what? We can say that this becomes, yes, 1 by 4. Yes, you only tell me, into 1 minus 1 by 2 x whole square. Isn't it? This becomes this one or not? Yes, if this becomes this one, now you only tell me what will be the sequence will be what? You only tell me. So sequence will be, yes, we can say that that will be multiplied with 1 by 4. Isn't it? Now x is multiplied with 1 by 2, then sequence will be multiplied with 1 by 2 raised to power r. And now what is the sequence for this one? That is, we can say that n minus 1 plus rcr. And what is the value of n here? We can say that n value is 2. So put n equals to 2, then ar becomes what? That is 1 by 4 into 1 by 2 raised to power r. Then 2 minus 1, we can say that r plus 1, isn't it? Okay, cr. That will be the required sequence or not? Yes or no? That will be the required sequence or not? Yes. Now put r value equals to what? 5, because a5 will be the coefficient of x power 5. Yes or no? Isn't it? So what will be the answer? You only tell me. Answer will be what? Okay. So answer is going to be, yes, we can say that a5 will be 1 by 4 into 1 by 2 raised to power 5 into 5 plus 1, that is, we can say that 6c5. Yes or no? So ultimately, after simplification, this is going to be 3 divided by 2 raised to power 6. That will be the correct answer. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. So guys, remember, when both yes factors are same, then whole square will be there. Then we are going to, yes, make yes in this standard format. Yes or no? Yes, everything, yes, we can say that that is the standard format, or we can say that this one is the, yes, one known standard generating function. So whatever be the obtained generating function, yes, apply properties and accordingly see what will be the sequence, isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. Yes or no? I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. So write down next one. Okay. Next one will be what? Okay. Write down next question. Let's say next question, the coefficient of x raised to power 12 in x cube plus x power 4 plus x power 5 plus x power 6 up to infinity whole raised to power 3 is what? That is one previous year gate question. isn't it? So what we'll do? Yes, you only tell me, means we can say that we need to find out the, yes, coefficient of x power 12, means x power 12, the coefficient of x power 12 in this expression. Yes or no? Okay. Now you only tell me, yes, means we can take, yes, x cube as a common, so it is going to be x power 9. Then inside it will be x power 0 plus x power 2. Then we can say that x cube, yes, up to, yes, we can say that whole cube. Now you only tell me, yes, finding the coefficient of x power 12 in the entire expression. You only tell me, listen me correctly, guys. Yes, finding coefficient of x power 12 in the entire expression is same as finding the coefficient, yes, of x power 3 in this particular expression. Yes or no? Because x power 3 will be multiplied with, somehow multiplied with x power 9. So whatever be the coefficient of x cube in this smaller expression which is underlined, yes or no, that will be the ultimately the coefficient of x power 12 only, isn't it? Can we say yes? Okay. So now our problem get reduced a little bit. Otherwise you can do, yes, in usual manner, no problem at all. That means our problem get reduced. That means now we need to find out the coefficient of x power 3 in this expression. Yes or no? Yes or no? Isn't it? Now you only tell me, yes, what is the, yes, sum of this series? Yes, 1 upon 1 minus x whole cube means this becomes 1, 3. Yes or no? The known format is what? 1 upon 1 minus x raised to power n. And what is the AR for that? That is n minus 1 plus RCR. Yes, I already discussed this one. Yes or no? Yes, one important point was there in the table. That is the, yes, this particular point. Now here we can say that n value is what? We can say that n value is 3. So AR will be what? AR will be what? N minus 1 means 3 minus 1 plus RCR. So that means, that is, we can say that 2 plus RCR. Now we need to find out A, yes, 3. So A3 will be what? 5C. Yes, we can say that 2 plus 3C3. So we can say that 5C3. So we can say that that is 10. So we can say that 10 is the correct answer. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. Now we'll see, yes, some advanced counting problems and how to solve these advanced counting problems. Yes, which we have. Yes, we can say that we left out during, yes, we can say that when we done n minus 1 plus RCR. Okay, that kind of problems. Then some problems were left out, yes or no. So I'm going to solve those type of problems. Yes, we can say that in which some upper constraints are there, isn't it? Okay. So to understand the concept, yes, I'm taking one example. Okay, so try to listen correctly. Okay, let us take one question or one example. Let's say one example. Okay, in how many ways can 8 identical cookies be distributed among 3 children if each child receives at least 2 cookies? Isn't it? At least 2 cookies, and not more than 3 cookies. Isn't it? That is the question. So you only tell me, guys. Yes, I'm going to, yes, we can say that. Yes, that is your problem. Yes or no? So one method is applied. Let's say we will see. Yes, these terms can be written in polynomial. How to write in polynomial? Listen me correctly. So we can write in terms of polynomial. In terms of polynomial, we can write this problem. So let's say three children are there. So first child, then we can say that second child and third child. Yes or no? Three children are there. Okay. Now you only tell me, yes, minimum 2 means we can start x raised to power 2, maximum 3, so x power 3. Yes or no? Similarly, minimum 2, so x power 2 plus maximum 3, so x power 3. Then minimum 2 x power 2 plus x power 3. Isn't it? Okay. Now you only tell me, now multiply all these, yes, polynomials. So what we will get, you only tell me. After multiplication means it is x square plus x cube into, we can say that x square plus x cube into, we can say that x square plus x cube. So after multiplication it is going to be x power 6 plus x power 7, again x power 7, then we can say that x power 8, then x power 7, then again x power 8, x power 8, x power 9. Yes or no? So this is going to be x power 6 plus 3 x power 7 plus 3 x power 8 plus x power 9. Now you only tell me what was the question. Yes, we need to, in how many ways, 8 identical cookies be distributed among 3 children if each child receives at least 2 cookies and not more than 3 cookies. Yes or no? That was the question. So manually you can try what will be the possible number of ways. One way can be 2, 3, 3. Another way can be 3, 2, 3. Yes, one more can be 3, 3, 2. Yes or no? Yes, no any other way of distribution. Yes or no? Because minimum 2 and maximum 3 and sum will be the 8 only. Yes or no? So we can say that yes, 3 ways are possible. Yes or no? Of distributing 8 identical cookies. Yes, according to the given condition. Yes or no? Now you only tell me, yes, we return this problem into the polynomials. Yes or no? After multiplication, you only tell me we are going to distribute 8 identical cookies. So whatever be the coefficient of x raised to power 8, that is 3. So we can say that that will be the correct answer. Yes or no? Isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. Isn't it? If we can say that what were the total possible ways of yes distributing 6 identical cookies, yes or no, then the answer will be the coefficient of x power 6, that is 1. You can see, yes, distributing 6 cookies will be, yes, only one way of distributing 6 cookies, that is 2 to 2 and so on. For yes, 7 cookies, the answer will be 3. Yes, we can distribute 7 cookies in this manner: 2, 2, 3, then 2, 3, 2, then we can say that 3, 2, 2. Isn't it? So we can say that in this manner, we can change, yes, this type of problems, let's say, into some polynomial, and whatever be the coefficient of yes x raised to power 8, that will be the correct answer. Remember this one. So actually this problem was like that or not, x1 plus x2 plus x3 equals to 8 or not. Here, yes, upper constraints as well as lower constraints are there or not. So I already told you guys in the previous lectures, when yes any number of yes we can say that yes constraints are there, then we can solve these type of problems with the help of generating function. Now you can see the beauty of generating function, isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay, so write down one problem and we'll see yes how these problems can be solved. Okay, so I'm going to take one example. Okay, so any example which were left out in the previous lectures, I told you guys at that particular time that we'll solve with the help of generating function. So there everywhere some upper constraints and lower constraints were there, so you can apply this generating function and easily you can solve. Yes or no? So write down one more problem and after we'll see. Yes. Let us take one question. If three dice are rolled, if three dice are rolled, or we can say that thrown, then find the total number of ways in which outcome can occur such that the sum of the event is 12, isn't it? Now you only tell me, we can say that three dice are rolled. So we can say that x1 plus x2 plus x3 that must be equals to 12. Now we can say that x1 lies between 1 to 6. Yes, this problem we left out at that particular point, and I told you that we'll solve this problem during the yes generating function. Now you can see, yes, this can be written like that or not. Now try to convert this into polynomial. Remember, while converting into polynomial, everywhere take the same variable, isn't it? So I'm taking yes x. So 1 to 6 means we can write down x power 1 x square up to x power 6. This one also can be written like that, x power 1 plus x square up to x power 6. And third one also can be written like that, x power 1 x square up to x power 6. Now multiply all these. Everywhere there will be same variable, that is x or y. You can take any, but same variable must be there at every places. So after multiplying, this becomes what we can say that x1 plus x power 2 plus x power 3 up to we can say that x power 6 whole raised to power 3. Now find out the coefficient of what? 12. Yes, we can say that means this problem is like that 12 things are to be distributed. Identical things are to be distributed. So whatever be the in right hand side, yes. So find out the coefficient of x raised to power right hand side, that is x power 12 in this expression. So this problem reduces to this problem, isn't it? Now find the coefficient of x raised to power 12, isn't it? X raised to power 12 in this expression will be the correct answer, isn't it? Okay, so try it once. Okay, so we can say that yes, this becomes what we can say that x raised to power 12. Yes, take x is common, then it is x power 3. Then this becomes 1 plus x power 1, then x square up to we can say that x power 5 whole cube. Remember guys, so apply, yes, this is the, yes, we can say that finite GP. So first term is 1 minus x raised to r raised to power n. So common ratio is x and total number of terms are 6. So it is 6 divided by 1 minus 6. Yes or no? And this can be written like this or not? Yes, whole cube also there. So this can be written like this or not? You only tell me. Yes, this can be written like that, x cube into we can say that 1 minus x raised to power 6 whole cube into 1 upon 1 minus x whole cube. Yeah, so finding x raised to power coefficient of x raised to power 12 in this entire expression is equivalent to find the coefficient of x power 9 in this expression. Somehow we can say that ultimately x power 9 will be multiplied with x cube, and ultimately that coefficient will be the coefficient of x power 12 only. So we can reduce, we can say that find x power 9, coefficient of x power 9 in this expression. Yes or no? Now you only tell me, can we write this expression like this or not? Yes, this is your well-known generating function, and AR for this one is n minus 1 plus RCR, isn't it? Okay. Also you know, yes, summation r 0 to infinity AR into x power r, that is your generating function. So we can write it like that or not? Yes, expand this cube. Yeah, so it is going to be 1 minus x power 18 minus 3 x power 6. Then it is 1 minus x power 6 into, yes, we can write it like that or not? R equals to 0 to infinity. What is AR? AR is n minus 1 plus RCR. And remember guys, here n value is what? 3. So this becomes what? 3 minus 1 plus RCR into x power r. Yes, we can write it like that or not? Because this is the generating function. Yes or no? Now we need to find out the coefficient of x power 9. So remember guys, these two expressions are going to be multiplied. Yes or no? So in the next slide, I'm going to write this one. So this one can be written like that. Means we need to find out the coefficient of x power 9 in this expression 1 minus x raised to power 18 minus 3x power 6 plus 3x power 12 into, we can say that summation r equals to 0 to infinity, that becomes r plus 2 cr. Yes, because n value is 3. Yes or no? Now you only tell me when these two expressions will be multiplied, then when we'll get yes, x raised to power 9. You only tell me. Yes, you only tell me. Yes, when we can say that this one is multiplied with yes, this expression when r value is 9. Also we can say that this is x power 18, so there is no way to get x power 9. There also x power 12 is there, so there is no way to get x power 9 because r is 0 to infinity, r value is not the negative value. Next one, when this x power 6 will be multiplied with r equals to 3. R equals to 3 means x power 3 will be multiplied with x power 6. Then we'll get the x power 9. Now, if we can say that with these two terms on multiplication, we'll get the x power 9. When one is multiplied with r value 9, so when r value is 9, then the coefficient will be 1 into 9 plus 2 c, yes, 9 minus then 3, this 3 is multiplied with r value 3, so r value 3 means 3 plus 2 t2, so this will be the, yes, we can say that coefficient of x power 9. Yes or no? So solve this one is going to be 11c9 minus 3 5c3, so we can say that that is 55 minus 30, so we can say that 25. That is your correct answer. I hope this one is clear to everyone, isn't it? Okay. Okay. So let us take one more example. Yes. Let us take one more example. Okay. Let's say find the non-negative integral solutions of the following equation. One equation is given to you, that is x plus y plus z equal to 10, where x lies between 1 to 5, y is greater than equals to 2, and z, yes, we can say that lies between 1 to 4, isn't it? So remember guys, yes, by default you can see y cannot be, yes, we can say that y value cannot exceed the value 10. Yes or no? Because sum is equal to 10 and x, y, z all are positive. Yes or no? So we can say that by default whatever be the constraints given to you, but you can analyze there that y cannot exceed the value 10. Yes or no? So this can be written like this or not, x power 1 plus x square up to x power 5, and second, yes, x square plus x cube up to, we can say that x power 10. The next one we can say that x power 1 plus x square up to x power 4. Yes, multiply all these. So yes, we need to find out the coefficient of, yes, x power 10 because in right hand side 10 is there. Yes, after multiplication, yes, we can say that all these are GP series finite GP. So sum of GP will be the what? Just take x as a common. So this becomes what? X into x power 0 plus x power 1 up to x power 4. Then again take x square as a common. So this becomes x power 0, then x power 1. Then we can say that this is up to x power 8. Then take x as a common, so this becomes x power 0 plus x power 1 up to x power 3. Yes or no? So we can say that this expression becomes x power 4. Yes, this is GP series, so sum of GP is a into 1 minus x power r. So x power 5, r power, yes, number of terms n, divided by 1 minus x, and it is, we can say that 1 into 1 minus x power 9 divided by 1 minus x, sum of GP, so this becomes 1 into 1 minus x power 4 divided by 1 minus x. So finding the coefficient of x power 10 in this entire expression, You only tell me is equivalent to finding the coefficient of x power 6 in this expression. Somehow we can say that ultimately x power 6 will be multiplied with x power 4, and that will be the x power 10 only. Okay, so this problem get reduced. We can reduce a little bit. So we can say that now problem becomes finding the coefficient of x power 6 in this expression. Yes or no? This expression can be written like that or not? Into we can say that 1 upon 1 minus x raised to power 3. This is your standard generating function. Yes, we written in the last example. So after multiplication, this is going to be 1 minus x power 9 minus x power 5 plus x power 14. Then we can say that x power 13 plus x power 9 minus x power 18, isn't it? Into we can say that this can be written like that or not? Summation r equals to 0 to infinity n minus 1 3 minus 1 plus rcr into x power r. Yes or no? Isn't it? Now when we'll get the x power 6, yes, on multiplication, yes, we can say that when 1 is multiplied with, yes, this when r value is 6, isn't it? Then x power 6 will be there. Here x power 9 is already exceeded. In x power 5 is multiplied when r equals to 1. Then x power 5 into x, that becomes x power 6. And yes, x power 5. Then we can say that one more term is missing here. Here minus x power 4 is also there, isn't it? After multiplication you will see minus x power 4 also there, isn't it? So we can write down here. Yes, here, yes, minus x raised to power 4 is also there. So from here, when r value is 2, so here x square will be multiplied with x power 4, then we can say that we'll get the x power 6. Now multiply the coefficients of this one. So this one is multiplied with, yes, when r value is 6, then we can say that 3 minus 1 plus 6c6. The next x power 5, here minus is there, that is multiplied with when r value is 1. So r value 1 means 3 minus 1 plus 1c1, and this x power 4 again minus is there, and when r value is 2, so we can say that this becomes yes, 3 minus 1 plus 2c2, isn't it? Okay, so after solution it going to be, yes, we can say that it's going to be what, 8c6 minus 3c1, then we can say that minus 4c2, isn't it? So answer is what we can say that that is 8 factorial divided by 6 factorial into 2 factorial minus 3 minus 6. So we can say that that is 28 minus 9. So we can say that 19 is your correct answer or required answer. Okay guys. So practice as much as possible, because you can see various questions will be there, isn't it? In any previous exams like GATE, you can see various questions from this topic. Okay, so try to solve different kinds of problem. Okay, so it will be easy for you guys. Okay, and easily you can solve the questions. Okay, so some calculation is there, but if you practice, then it can be solved in 3 or 4 minutes, isn't it? No problem at all. Simple procedure is there. Okay, so in this manner we can see, yes, a generating function is used to solve some advanced counting problems, isn't it? Okay, so that's all about this lecture. Okay, okay, thank you so much.